Hello, Trevor.
Oliver Gillen.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm already joining the table.
I saw you already, fucker.
I figured if you got time to load up Soundbot,
Well,
the table must be ready.
That's actually started up as soon as I turned the computer on, but yeah. You jumping the gun like an American.
Motherfucker.
Like a furkin American.
Americana. You see, that's the thing, though.
Taking a shit.
I could do it because I'm an American.
America. Fuck yeah.
Fuck you.
I don't know if it might just be us tonight.
It's definitely not a PJ.
Well, Pantera's at work, isn't he?
Yep. Or as visualized, version 3.4.
What? Oh yeah, all visualized.
We had Am I making it up? Did we have advances last time?
Mine auto popped in, so I didn't have to worry about it. I think.
Yeah, I haven't picked mine yet. I can do that. I was going to
Actually,
pick
I don't
Two
know.
Gun Kid, and you were arguing about it.
Mine didn't auto-populate. I thought it did, but it didn't. What are we supposed to be on? What number? I know it might actually be different for everybody now
4.
that I think about it.
Well, I think I'm on kind of a fairly default run, and I'm on our 4th one. So it's the first seasoned one.
Yeah, which yeah, and yeah, the Mars characters have got 4 more, so they're on 8. Yeah. So Squeak Deeney's on 4. No, 8.
Well, I got to get rid of the wizard one because I took wizard as a part of that wish spell. So I forgot that it was a part of my planned thingadoodle because I'm an idiot.
No, wizard is not anything to do with the wish spell. You got the favoured power, deadly loot. What was the What was the thing you got the
Wait, was it? Oh yeah. You're right. I'm losing my brain.
Wizard is the one that lets you switch. Just spend an extra power point to change it from a fire bolt to an ice bolt to a poison bolt to a city fucking bolt, whatever it is you like.
The favored power is the illusion one. That's why. For whatever reason. Okay, there it is. You typed into it to confuse. Because I wrote wish next to it so I wouldn't forget. And now wish was gone. Master may ignore 2 points. Sorry, then wizard is the power point. Okay. Then it did take 8. So now I can use fire, wind, water, ice. No, wait. Earth, fire, wind.
But I sent you a picture card, and that's a glitter boy. That's a glitter boy. The archetype one. What advances that took? This is an idea of what's but he's like a leader glitter boy.
He's a puss.
Agility. Well, I've done that. Taunt. Natural leader. That's A bit boring. Hard
Provoke.
to kill. What's that one?
Ah,
What's that one do?
good one.
I don't know what it does. I'm just looking it up. Hang on. Just makes you harder to kill. Well, less likely to bleed out. I don't know we'll ever get up to 19, quite frankly. Brave would probably be a good one in this campaign.
Brave would
With
be a
all the
very good
fucking
one.
fear flying around. It's taking a lot of agility. 1, 2, I know, only one. Spirit as well. Blimey.
Yeah, some of them is because you need to have a higher spirit for some of those. Some of those edges need, you know, you need to get your spirit and agility up for some of the edges.
What's that one? P. What's that do? I mean, I could take Brave. I was going to take Two Gun Kid, in all honesty, but he didn't seem too keen on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure you need it with your. Up to you though. It's your character. I just think.
Well, it's more of a balance thing, really. Isn't it? If I start firing a laser gun and a rail gun at the same time, what does Brave do? I think I've got Spirit 6. Almost strikes me that you'd be as well just taking just taking Spirit. Other than if you fail, it's not as bad. Well, I suppose if you take Spirit, you're only getting an extra dice, so your average is only 1 higher. I'm kind of tempted by Two Gun Kid, though, I must admit. As much as running into battle with a sword is good fun, it's not really the original purpose of this thing. Let's try not to make a melee character. I failed.
He's good at melee as well, so.
Tattooed Monster Warrior, what the hell is that?
That's if you pick a tattooed warrior framework.
I just saw the name, I was like, what the hell? So, more summoning tattoos. Ogres, blimey. Summoners, weird. Titan treatment. Oh, it's a juicer. I just click on ones that have interesting names. Ooh, what's that one? No, I'm not a veteran. I am half tempted at some point to get two-fisted as well. And then I can shoot things and hit things.
Well, yeah, they do work together, don't they? You can have a gun in one end and a sword in the other.
Yeah, let's go with Two Gun Kid. I think that feels amusing. Maybe get brave later. What do I do? Just drag it. No. How do you do it? Which bit do you...
Drag it onto advances where it's seasoned.
Oh, do I have to drag it onto that little dot thing? Hang on.
Or just onto that line 4 on your...
Yeah, I've dragged it about 4 times.
You got to unlock the character sheet, remember? The new thing they added.
Oh.
Okay, hang on. It's actually a novice trait. Lock it again. Okay. Let's better go and check on me dad. I shall be back in a minute.
Ba 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 ba. Ooh, ba 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 ba. I'm gonna go and grab a drink. I'll be back in a minute.
Grab your drink.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, I think that advanced one for the one Jim just sent me is more for a like one of the other organisations because it's like all battle leading and stuff.
Yep.
But anyway.
Potential spam.
Slobodan Milosevic.
Shubidubidoo.
Yeah.
During love, that's it. Do. Yeah, so I don't know what we're going to do today. What are we going to do?
Not a great lot, I would imagine.
We're gonna walk.
Yeah. You've done your advances, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, I've done that.
I don't even have survival.
Don't think I do either.
Squeaktini looks around. And when he looks around, he notices there's nobody there.
Oh. I just clicked on the master rift generator and it generated a rift.
What's a rift?
What?
What is a rift?
Oh, you know what a rift is?
Oh, do you mean like the rift that takes you to another?
Yeah, that's what rifts
plane
are.
or
They take you to other dimensions, other planets, other everything. Yeah, multiverse. Yeah.
Like when the Puff the Magic Dragon, Slavery, they were batteries from another, they're DBs or whatever they're called.
Yep, those things. They come from another. They come through a rift to Earth. Yeah.
Was the old MMO Rifts? Was that based on this Rifts? Or was it a different?
No, I
I
don't
can't
think
remember.
it was.
I
No.
don't think so. I mean,
seem
they
to
did
remember I
have
did play
rifts,
it.
but they only went to the plane of
Yeah.
fire, death, water, air.
And it was all kind of wizards
And
and warriors and things, wasn't it?
yeah, it was like a fantasy future tech kind of thing. Like there were guns, but you know, literally laser guns. That kind of like He-Man feel, where blasters don't really do shit.
Yeah, a magic sword and laser guns. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I actually enjoyed that game until it went free to play. Then I said, y'all fucked it up. They pissed me off, man. I probably told the story a million times, so you could shut me up if it's a repeat. But like when you paid for a sub, you did things and they would unlock like appearances and stuff for like transmog, as well as color palettes for changing colors of armor and stuff. And you go through and you get an achievement and it's like, oh, you've unlocked blood. Like one of them was like magenta fire, and it added a like kind of purplish magenta color to your armor, but there was a glow to it, kind of like a shimmer. But when they went free to play, they basically took all of that shit away from everybody who had earned it and put it in the paid package that you had to pay for extra. And like you didn't even have access to black, like for dye colors unless you paid money. And I'm like, I had all but 3 colors unlocked from achievements and stuff and like recipes and whatnot. And they fucking took all that shit away and they're like, nope, now you have access to 12 colors unless you pay money.
Even though you'd unlocked it already?
It's always a recipe for success,
Yeah,
isn't
I'd
it?
already done it.
It's
Oh,
like
I shut the game down and never went back. And then I did go back, but like last year, I think, and it was just such a fucking stupid changes. They added like a raid finder that you could go into at level 1 and get raid gear that would scale every time you level. So like at level 1, you could get the highest tier piece of gear, and as long as you leveled to max level, it would be the strongest piece of equipment in the game, and you've had it the entire time. Every quest is completely useless and pointless. Adventuring is pointless. Just go in the raid finder, because it would just like take you from raid boss to raid boss. You wouldn't even do the entire raid. I was like, what the actual
oh, that's what
fuck?
happened in WoW in the end, wasn't it? You just could skip half the dungeon and go straight to the bosses.
No. In WoW, you at least had to go through a raid. So like if you skipped mobs, like avoided some trash mobs, you had to like path your way to avoid them to get to the boss without aggroing the trash. Here they literally you spawn you in a door, like in a room right outside the door to the raid boss. You go in, kill the raid boss, which scales to everybody's level. And then as soon as the boss is dead and the loot is looted, it teleports you to the next boss. Like whether it's the same raid or not, it just teleports you. You don't have to do any of the mechanics, none of the fucking raid. It's just stupid. It's literally like a boss hunt. And then they wondered why nobody was out in the game world because there was no point to it.
There's a lot of that happens in MMOs, though. It's like, wow, I still maintain the kind of one of the biggest mistakes they made was adding in flying mounts. It stopped the world being a world.
Yeah, the open world part basically became useless unless they put in a "you cannot fly here" triggers.
Well, they always did it. Every expansion, there was always a period of about, I don't know, 8 or 9 months where you couldn't fly in the new zones.
You had to explore, didn't you? Yeah.
Yep.
And
Guess what? The last 2
then,
expansions, Dragonflight and The War Within, you do about 4 quests and then you have access to flying. Right
but
from the start.
it's kind of the problem. Once you have it, you can never get rid of it. It's kind of.
Yep. Well, I think one thing that's changed is whereas the old world and the rest of the game was not made for flying mounts, at least in the new content, they've well,
But that's not
somewhat
true.
detrimentally made it.
That's not true since Cataclysm.
I'd argue that it's not made, still not made for. They didn't do enough changes in Cataclysm. Like
Like
you
they
could
could,
literally just fly to Hyjal just right from Orgrimmar by going over a big single hill.
but yeah, but I mean there were problems. Like the reason it wasn't originally there is the way it rendered Stormwind was a trick. So you
Yeah,
couldn't, and there were other places as well, but Stormwind was like the big example. Like all the towers and that were a trick because when it launched, it was 2005, so they played
yep.
every trick in the book to get the performance up there. And but yeah, and things like what was it called? What was the
The
Blood Elf
tram.
city
Oh,
that they added?
Silvermoon.
Yeah, like that was in its own little world because they added
Yep.
it afterwards, or they, so it was kind of.
That was actually why they wanted to. I remember watching a developer interview where they're like, "Well, we wanted to go to Northrend in the second expansion, but we couldn't